Hi, these comments are for MS and happy July 4th. This is Independence Day here in the United States. I hope you're having a great day today. And I'm listening to this is my free TOEFL speaking practice test evaluation. So you sent me your practice test yesterday, and even on a holiday, I'm going to listen to it. So let's see how you're doing with your speaking. I'm going to give you estimated score from 0 to 30 based on the official IBT independent speaking rubrics. So you're answering the question, do you think it's better to study alone or study as a group?
To me, I prefer to study with a group, and I feel this way for two main reasons. For one, because it's so helpful. And I can tell you that when I was studying for my final exam at high school, my friends helped me a lot to explain a topic that I was struggling with. And after that, it was easy to understand. In addition to being with a group is less stressful. And before I get a group to study with, I was getting distracted very easy and I was overwhelmed. However, after being with a group, we encouraged each other and make the study so much fun.
Okay, so let's take a look at the rubrics here. I wrote a blog post about this not too long ago. So what I think you're in the three areas. So here's what really strikes out with the topic development. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So in the three area, it says overall development is somewhat limited, usually lacks elaboration or specificity. Relationship between ideas may not be, at times, may not be immediately clear. So unfortunately, I think that describes how you speak. I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4, 23 points out of 30. I think the grammar and the vocabulary is a little bit basic. Also, that's also something that I think SpeechRater and the IBT Human Rater are going to have problems with. Your speech is pretty fluid, right? So I think you have a fairly good delivery. Let me listen to it one more time and let's see what I can uncover.
To me, I prefer to
You don't have to say to me and then I prefer.
study with a group, and I feel this way for two main reasons.
No, I wouldn't even say I feel this way for two main reasons. No, just say studying in a group is helpful and less distracting. Therefore, I like this method of study or something. You might say something like that. Then you say, first of all, I prefer studying in a group because it is helpful. And then you give the example.
For one, because it's so helpful. And I can tell you that when I was studying
Instead of I can tell you that, just say, for instance, say when I blah, blah, blah. So why not use a transition word in there to help prepare your audience for the specific detail that makes it easier to understand the connection of your ideas? You see what I'm saying? And this is something that you can work on right there, my friend. You can work on that. Use transition words.
for my final exam at high school, my friends helped me a lot to explain a topic that I was struggling with.
What was that topic? So for my final exam in biology, when I was struggling with the topic of meiosis or mitosis, two different forms of cell division, that's the specificity that I like, right? You see where it says usually lacks elaboration or specificity. You say final exam, but you don't say what type of final exam. So they helped you with a topic, but you don't specify which topic.
And after that, it was easy to understand. In addition
I would just say, consequently, my friends helping me with this topic made it much easier to prepare for this test, but specify.
to being with a group is less
Now, something's not quite right here. Let's look at this.
struggling with. And after that, it was easy to understand. In addition
It was easier to understand, then when you get to the end of the sentence, your tone falls.
to being with a group is less stressful. And before I get a group to study
No, I think also pacing. I wasn't really considering that, but as I listened to it a second time, I think that you're having some minor difficulties with pacing. You have some minor pauses and some hesitations in there that may require listener effort. I got to really kind of pay attention to what you're saying, but I can understand overall what you're saying, but I still have to pay attention. Okay, let's keep going.
Study with, I was getting distracted very easy and I was overwhelmed
I would say I was getting distracted very easily. So you have very, which is an intensifier, which is what I call a degree adverb, and then you need to have another adverb after that. So very easily.
However, after being with a group, we encouraged each other and make the study so much fun.
Okay,
To me,
so
I prefer to
I wouldn't say fun, and we make this study less distracting. I would say less distracting because that ties back to the point you're trying to make there. Don't go in a new direction there. Just kind of recap what you're saying and keep it all connected. That gives you unity. Unity is a good thing, my friend. Okay, let's go back. I want to look at your transition from the first topic to the
after
second
that,
topic.
it was easy to understand.
I just want to see how you bring up that second idea
In
again.
addition to being with a group
Not in addition to, just say in addition, being with a group.
is less stressful. And before I get a group to study with, I was getting distracted very easy.
Okay, it's less stressful, it's less distracting, it's more fun. You're putting too many different ideas in there. What do you want to argue here, right? I don't care. You can argue that it's less distracting. You can argue that it's less stressful. You can argue that group study is more fun. I don't care which one you argue, as long as you bring up the idea, you make the claim, then you present an example to support that claim. So if it's less stressful, then give me an example to show me why. If it's more fun, then again show me with a specific example why that assertion is true. So be careful about bringing up too many different reasons and not supporting or not support those reasons with specific
And
detail.
I was overwhelmed. However, after being with a group, we encouraged each other and make the study so much fun.
See,
To me,
so
I prefer
so
to study.
I think that you need better unity, especially with that second idea. That's why relationship between ideas may not be immediately clear. Right? So those are my comments on that. I think that the vocabulary and grammar is a little bit simple. You have a very simple sentence style. Your vocabulary is also quite low, so you need to work on your language use by improving both your vocabulary and your grammar, so you're having a combination of both basic and advanced grammar structures. You see, this is what you want to get here. I don't see this for you. It says it exhibits a fairly high degree of automaticity with good control of basic and complex structures as appropriate. I see you with good control of basic type structures. But remember, you said in addition to, and then you put being. You used a gerund phrase along with a subject there. So you didn't control that very well. And that's pretty basic grammar. You would just say in addition, comma, being blah, blah, blah is, and you would go that way. All right, so your score here, I'm going to go even a little bit lower there because your speech kind of fell apart near the end of it. It often does with many students because many students don't have a plan, right? So if you don't have a plan and you're not sure what you're going to do before you do it, it's hard to keep everything together. I'm going to put you at about 21 to 23 points on this speaking practice test. Okay, thank you.